There I am. Hey, Sean McGough here. I have a crazy story that nobody believes. I think it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing I could ever believe in my life. I talk to God. I talk to Jesus. Nowadays, I'm married. I don't say much. Well, she says a lot. I don't say much to her. That I joke to you that I do, but well, I do say it. But she knows it's out of love. It's a long story. I don't do these live because sometimes things happen, and I used to tape them, and then when I listened, God said I could share them. He offered me so many things. Well, God offers me. There was a cop, but he ain't pulled me over because I pulled off the road, and I do a lot of crazy shit. I'm bipolar. That's what they tell me. I never knew that as a kid. I just was always angry, but I hid the anger. That's a long story. I got a million of them. I had a tough childhood. The doctor says I handled my PTSD really good. I said, Doc, you don't know the half of it. I had him going for an hour. And he told my shrink. I said, Doc. He goes, do you need medication? Do you need to sleep? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? I said, Doc, I'm only at a 2. You should see me if I hit a 20. He goes, what's a 20? I said, that's called being shackled. And he laughed like hell. And yesterday I had the most amazing day. I tried to buy a hat. Went to this Hanson hat store, Hanson Grain. Oh, and I had the lady on the phone. I told my wife the woman on the phone was so nice and she seemed so friendly. And I joked with her and I said, I got to go meet this person. And I put out some feelers to see what kind of salesperson she was. And I wanted to test her because she seemed like she was really good at customer service. So I wanted to kind of test her. So I went down there and I told them I was going to wear my cowboy hat so they would recognize me when I came in, and couldn't find the girl I talked to. And I had everybody joking and laughing, and they had this giant bunny rabbit that looked like a Dalmatian, and I gave them an idea, and it's $1 million idea. Everybody would take pictures and think it's the cutest thing on earth, and everyone would come to your store just to see it. And I said, I think it's a beautiful idea. I'm telling you. And I told people around the store, and they were like, I'd do that. That's hilarious. I would love to see it. They didn't care, and then they laughed, but they didn't. I had all of them laughing, and then I told other jokes, and then I told a joke, and it was going to be R, and I said, well, I don't want to tell this girl an R joke. I don't, and I told her I don't want to say it, and then I tried to figure it out, and then I made it a rated G joke because she said the word, and they actually called the police on me. I went outside, I told the chickens, if I can make this into a G joke, I'll come out and sing a song for you. Because the chickens had a lot to do with it. I thought they were male chickens, but they were females. I don't know the difference of them. They got red things hanging from their necks. I don't know what the fuck. If they were breaded, I might know the difference. Fuck. Anyway, I'm trying not to swear. That's my problem. God says I'm all right. I can get on stage and entertain the world. I says I can't do that. I can't. There's a kid, Stein. I can't remember his first name. I get him confused. But I tell people, if you want to learn about God and laugh, go see him. I'm more like Sam Kennison. I'm the guy who's going to make you see God because you're going to say a prayer for me. That's how I want to roll. But I don't want to swear and use God at the same time. Isn't that awful? The devil offered me a lot of shit. You think I'm joking? I gave him my soul to save him. None of you ever did that. Nobody ever did that. The devil said, what the fuck is wrong with you? I say, you've been riding with me for a lot of years. What do you think? He said, I could never figure you out. The guy upstairs says, welcome to my world. I know this all sounds crazy, doesn't it? Every one of you would love to feel what I feel when I'm singing and dancing. Every fucking one of you would love when I'm driving in the car and I used to not know it was God, and I used to jerk off because I had so much energy and I got arrested for it. I didn't know anyone was on the bus. It was a fucking 11:30 in the morning. I was in the speed lane. No traffic. All of a sudden, a bus drives by at 80. I tried to cover my shit. These are some receipts I don't want to tell because it'll embarrass my wife. That's the shit that'll embarrass her. I'm a fucking idiot, and she stayed with me. I bared my soul for the fucking world for all of you. Thomas Sowell is a great American hero who has lived the life. if you put this man into our schools and the people he surrounded himself with, and you listen to the common sense of this man, he's as close to God, the Word of God. I figure 83%. I argue with God all the time. I believe Thomas Sowell more than God. That's how I roll. I know you're supposed to believe the Bible every word. I said, you know what? And I showed him where I think he's fucked up. And God says, well, you're not supposed to talk about that. I says, I know, but you know what? Am I right? He says, hey, that's because man gets involved, all right? But I can't tell you this shit because I'm not gonna. That ain't my job. Thomas Sowell. Trump? I don't know. Can he come around again? I don't know. Maybe. That city bullshit he's talking about, that falls right in with the Green New Deal. These people are gonna get killed. I've seen it. I try to warn y'all. I don't think they want clout. I want to be famous, all right? For me, not for God. I don't want you to look for miracles for me. I already tried it. I threw my whole life away. Every fucking thing. I ain't been laid in 3 years. And the girl yesterday when I met Turtle Boy. Oh, I went to the casino. I never saw so many beautiful tits in my life. Everybody worked there. Everybody was in there. And I said, oh my God, my wife would kill me if she knew what I'm thinking right now. And every single woman who even came close to me, the first thing I said was, you know, if my wife was here right now, and they were like, all right. A few years back, I would have said, how many ever you want to do what to me now, let's go. I'm an asshole. Not a few years, a long time ago. But wasn't right. I've done a lot of things that ain't right. Jesus says he'll do it all over again. Mary's on board. God don't want the sequel. I'm on board with him. Well, I sold him on that. I tried to scare the shit out of you. Maybe you listen to the devil if you won't listen to God. That didn't work neither. I do crazy shit. I'm afraid. The more I learn, the more things happen, and the more I could tell people, and the more that maybe I'm just making it up. And I go, nope. I didn't know how smart I was, but I don't know how to piece this shit together. I get things so confused. My brain blows up, and everything moves 100 miles an hour. And I remember shit I never thought I knew. And you know what's funny? When I'm walking along, I love to ask questions. I ask questions all day, and I get personal. And I ask people, do you mind if I get personal? Oh, I'll get to the story yesterday, by the way. I got a lot of long stories, but yesterday was a funny one. I almost got arrested for buying a hat. Did I mention that? Where was I going with this? Oh, my brain just blew up. This is what happens on the street. Oh, when I went to the antique store yesterday, guy says, I was singing, and the guy says, no, your singing's horrible. I said, what are you talking about? The guy told me today I sound like Steven Tyler. He was coming out to see who the fuck was singing on the pier, because I had my hood on like this, and I was singing. I said, Steven Tyler, you shit me, right? He goes, with a little practice, you'd be really good. I said, dude, you just said I sounded like Steven Tyler, but with a little practice, I'd be pretty good. The fuck is wrong with you? Holy, can you imagine? That's a fucking legend, and he's alive. Usually I only sing dead people because I figure they won't sue me, but I don't know. Anyway, when I feel God, I like to sing. It's a long story. And when I feel the devil, sometimes I sing, but I sing like him because it's a long story. Anyway, I can't play with him too much. Bad shit happens around me, and I feel bad soul sometimes. And sometimes I mention that to people too. Oh yeah, that's what I'm not supposed to do. That's part of the reason I don't go on stage, because I like to fuck with people too much. God says, no, you'll be okay. I said, no, I won't. He says, yeah, you will. I'll guide you. I said, you ain't guiding me. Are you kidding me? You know who guides me. You don't think I can control control him. I said, I don't think neither one of you can control me. And that's when Mary steps in and says, he might have a point. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, what did the guy at the antique store say? I said, yeah, I think he was wrong. She said, yeah, but you do it your way. What did you hear when you saw Frank Sinatra there? I did it my way. I said, yeah. Kid did karaoke. He was awesome. Yeah. Anyway, it's a long story, but what the hell was I going with this? Jesus. Oh, go back to your room, kid. I got enough problems already. The three guys are jumping around. I'm hoping your dad starts throwing some bricks. I got no idea what the fuck is going on anymore. Wow, my brain just blew up. Welcome to this is my world. If I could put computers right now, everything just went insane. That sounds funny, doesn't it? So if you hear me giggle going down the street, yeah, somebody just started doing a stand-up somewhere, and I'm listening to it, and you don't know, but you're trying to tell me something. My wife said, why are you laughing? I just told you to say I'm sorry. You don't do that. It's not nice. I do that to God. He's telling me shit. I hear Richie cry. Whoops. Where the hell was I going with this? Diablo thinks that shit's hilarious. I fucked up my whole life that way. Oh my God, I'm such an asshole. Sometimes when those opportunities are in front of you and they seem so fucking easy, don't be afraid to take them. I'm just saying. So stupid. Anyway, this was only supposed to be 10 minutes, and I had a much better point to all of this. I was just listening to Anomaly, and the kids write about so much. Give them a listen, will ya? Oh, yeah, I met Turtle Boy yesterday, and I was wearing my cowboy hat, and when I went to buy a hat yesterday, I made a joke with the chickens about the chickens, and I told the girls the chicken joke, and then I went outside and just sang 3 songs for the chickens, and all of them got together, and they watched me, and it was hilarious, and I said, man, if I got this on video, and I was roasting the chickens, which is hilarious. Somebody asked me, what am I doing? I said, I'm singing for the chickens. And they said, yeah, but you were talking to them too. I said, well, I'm roasting them. And the guy laughed. It took him a second. He turned around. He says, oh my God, that's hilarious. You're roasting them. I said, thank you. Anyway, that's what I do all day. My brain's always flying. It's never anything that makes any sense, though. Most of the time. I get to a point, but it usually takes so. Maybe my friend's right. Yeah, he might have a point. I never get to the point, and then when I get to the point, nobody cares about the point that I get to, because the point's me, because they can't hear me anymore, because they've just given up, because I go beyond 10 minutes. Damn, if I could learn how to keep that shit to 10 minutes, maybe I'd get to a point that they can hear what I'm saying, and they'd say, that's a pretty good point. But I'll never get to that point, because nobody gives a shit after 10 minutes of the damn thing you have to say. Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, where was I going with this? Well, Mary says maybe if you just perform in the street and do your idea, but do it somewhere else and keep at it. That's basically all she had to say. She's so pissed right now. I said so much more she did, but I said those are receipts. Go make me a sandwich. Everybody just laughed. I know that's so blasphemous, isn't it? I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I like Ron DeSantis, except for that First Amendment. Leave it alone. Go listen to what Anomaly says about the First Amendment. The kid did absolutely right. His video today, or yesterday, whatever the hell it is, kid's been on point. I think he's on point about Trump right now. If Trump gets the nod, I'm going to vote for him. But right now, I think he's trying to get along with the left. I think they've sold him on parts of this Green New Deal. I think he's rich and he thinks he knows better than the rest of us how we can live our lives. And he's fallen in with the New World Order crowd that was his friends from the 80s. That's why I didn't trust him. I didn't trust God when he said what he said. It's a long story. I got 1 million of them. Nobody believes me, so I don't give a fuck. I mentioned I threw my world away to save your world. Nobody gives a fuck after 10 minutes. I gave up. Told God to go to hell, and he did. And they both got on my nerves. Then I quit again. And then the kid got on my nerves. And I really busted my ass for him because that kid's awesome. I didn't like him, but then I learned about him. I thought he was a socialist. I saw him in 4 lifetimes. I hated that kid, even in this one. Man, I thought he was a pussy. That's salons. Don't call him that. It's not nice. And he's not. He was kicking over some tables, busting balls in them Pharisees. Fuck you. Don't do that shit. My dad's house, I'll fuck you up. He don't talk like that, but you know. I make him gangster. Anyway, where the hell was I going with this? I forgot already. See, that's why I don't record this stuff, because I never know what the hell I'm going to say. I'm not going to repeat this either, because God says, am I even recording? One of these days I'll get a YouTube channel that works. I want to do Rumble, but I don't know how the damn Rumble works. My disc is full. I don't know what that means. That's my buddy Woody. He won't learn computers either. We both suck. He actually left me a comment about, am I okay, this, that, and the other thing. The prick's trying to bust my balls. He knows I talk to God. He makes the worst Jewish jokes I ever heard. And I says, I can't even repeat those, you son of a bitch. And he's Jewish. Ain't that something? He said, I'm not a son of a bitch. That's no, we can't even go there because we go back and forth and it's hilarious. But yeah, people would chase us with pitchforks. Anyway. What the hell was I going to say here? I don't know where we go, world. We still have legislation. Our system's corrupt left, right, and center. And if you can't pay attention now, you're not paying attention to this January 6th BS and to what's coming out about this. I tried to tell you 3 years ago. I watched all this stuff live. Man, I was watching so much. I don't know how to record video and tell people where to look and what to do and where to say and how to say it and show you all the crap. Fucking sports. Oh, I lost my fucking mind for all you assholes. For what? For what? And you understand why I'm so pissed at all of you? Even if you get Thomas Sowell into your schools, you stop this crazy CRT racism, integration bullshit. And I don't mean integration the way you do. You're throwing integration to make segregation. You crazy evil bastards. Anyway, God's a conservative, so am I. You better look out for to see what a real conservative does. They make tough decisions that benefit everybody. And God's nice. You better go check out the books. There's 66 of them, plus a few more. Be careful. Just saying. Go outside them 66. Yeah, you might. You know what? No, fuck you. You go ahead. Go into the dark magic. And those books that are debunked, there's a reason they were debunked. I listened to them. I didn't think nothing was wrong with them. That's pretty good stuff. Sounds great. Sounds like everything I've ever heard in any one of those damn self-help books. A lot of the self-help books, they deal with all kinds of, right out of those books. They just rewrite it. That's what I tell you. I go, my brain, it's crazy. I know I'm crazy. Lots of stories. But anyway, where the hell was I going with this? Oh, yeah. The devil gets involved in some writing, too. He's pretty good at impersonations. Really good. God, not so much. His kid, a lot better, actually. That was the little white lie. Oh, that's a funny story. That son of a gun. I call him a son of a bitch. Oh, I guess I just told you. Don't call him. Sorry, kid. Yeah, I call him kid. He's a kid. He's 33. It's a long story. You might know it. Whatever you do. A lot of you don't. Stop reading it. It's still supposed to be the top-selling book in the world. That's what I'm told. But I think people just buy it to put it on their shelves. That's what I think. I didn't know there was 66 of them. I listen to them. I don't read. I gotta listen to them at double speed for my brain to pay attention. God, he sounds like Minnie Mouse. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I wished evil on that Hanson Green. God says that ain't nice. This is why I just want 5 people. 5. I don't want them. I want them to get sick. Suffer the rest of their lives. He said that ain't nice. Like, yeah, you're right. Mary says that ain't nice. So we all talked it out. Says 5 people. How about they get real sick, diarrhea? Last a week. Maybe some of them. Here's what we'll do. Diablo thought this was hilarious. We're gonna get you nice and close to death. He's gonna get to talk to you. 5 years, maybe. Maybe it happens, maybe it don't. But if it does, it's gonna be 5 people in Hanson running around talking about how they met God. They talk to God. They want to tell you all about God. And they're probably gonna get their asses locked up because that's what always happens when you literally talk about, whoa, why me? Whoa! You just want to tell the whole world. And you're gonna feel the Holy Ghost. That's my gift to you. And you get locked up because you felt the Holy Ghost. Ain't that a bitch? I hope it works. God says, we'll see. You might want to go pray just in case. You want the Holy Ghost, but not the way I'm going to give it to you. Wow! Anyway. Condolences. We find loopholes. Diablo thought that was funny. You'll get sick for a week and you'll be praying. You'll think you met him. Maybe you will. Ain't that funny? None of that green stuff either. Apology bastards. In the other store today, I won't mention your name because you're in a place where I find God. I go there and sing no matter how cold, hot, whatever. That's my therapy. That's what Mary said. Oh, that's what the antique guy said. He says, you're funny in person, but I don't think you're ready. You're not funny on stage. I said, what are you talking about on stages? After the hat store where I almost got arrested for singing about chickens. How do you get arrested for singing about chickens? I don't understand that. It's crazy. Anyway. Anyway, I went down the street in this antique store. The guy was awesome. I can't remember the name of it, but it was just like being on one of those TV shows. He had everything. A little of everything. I wanted to buy all kinds of stuff, but I had no money on me. But he takes credit cards. But then I had the dog in the car, so I couldn't shop too much. But I told him I'd come back. And he said I could bring the dog in. He was really a nice guy. But anyway, he was going to be closed because he was going on the road. I said, well, I'd go on the road all the time if I were you and hire some help. And I just closed his door. Anyway, it's a long story. He was awesome. And where the hell was I going with this? Oh. He's yelling at me. You got to hear him how he talks. He's got such a body. Oh, yeah. So anyway, I said, well, the ladies, somehow the cop said I made them uncomfortable. I said, I yelled at the cop. I didn't mean to. I run hot and cold, by the way. I might have mentioned that. When you talk to the devil and you talk to God, I didn't. I try to show people, and they want to arrest you for that. They don't believe you can talk to God. Oh, that was my whole point to all of this. I talk to God and I give it away for free, and nobody gives a flying fuck. But if I was selling this or on stage doing it for free, for money, you pricks would be lining up left, right, and center, and I'd do some stupid magic tricks and show you God, and you'd be like, wow, he's amazing. And you'd drink the fucking Kool-Aid, and I'd have you all dead in a heartbeat. Because that's what you do with mainstream media. And then I get into politics, and you piss me off. That's how I roll. I get angry. That's me. That's what I told God. I'm going to turn into me. And I don't want to do that and try to be talking nice with you. And then he said, well, that's when you go into song. I said, I don't sing good enough to do that. And he says, I do. I said, I don't think so. I sing okay. And the guy in the pier says, I thought it was, it's a long story. And Mary says, well, the guy at the antique store, you got the little video thing, do the video thing. And I said, yeah, but I don't know how to monetize that. She goes, it's a long story. She gets on my nerves, too. What am I going to do here? What the hell was the point of all of this? I forgot. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to save the world, yeah. If I save the world, I'm lazy, I told you. Find Thomas Sowell. I don't give a shit if you elect Trump, but stop voting for insanity. Conservative platform is at least, that's what the Democrats have sold you your whole lives. They soften up the Republican platform, the conservative platform, not the Republican platform, and then they sell it to you nicer. And you eat it up, and then they don't do anything they promise. But the Republicans do the same thing. We're sold out to corporations. We're sold out to billionaires and trillionaires, and either Trump's a trillionaire, billionaire, whatever. He lost a shitload of money. His first 3 years, I think he had God. After that, I already made a video about it. Go watch it. I'm not here for that. I like I like who I like politically. All right? I like Ron DeSantis. Religiously, I'm a Catholic. When I die, whatever you see around 7 years old, what you worship, whether it's your parents, whether it's whatever, that's what you're going to see. I'm not telling you nothing you ain't going to find somewhere else. That's all I always say to people. I'm not going to tell you anything you ain't going to find anywhere else. No miracle work. I'm not nothing. I say I'm a guardian angel. Sometimes I give some pretty good advice. You got to give me 10 minutes or so. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to a point. I get a point that I get to a point, but sometimes I lose my point. When I get to that point, I'll get to the point, but you got to give me some time to get to the point, because when I get to that point, whoa! Sometimes there's no point. But did I make you laugh? That's part of my point. I want to bring the whole world laughter at one time. I remember all those world aids, right aids, this aid, that aid, but I want to do it for America. You know, we already, as a country, give to the whole world. Hell, my taxes go to pay for what? I'm looking at what I don't want to get into politics here, but I don't agree with anything that these people are spending our money on. Nothing. They're not spending it the way we should. They may be throwing money at problems, but they're not actually doing anything. Putting CRT in our schools and all this insanity and anti-American. I just can't. Don't get me started. I'm a conservative in a blue state. I've never been happy. Am I crazy? Maybe I am. Probably. Everyone I talk to says, yeah, they do a 2-drink minimum. They do it on stage. I tell this joke all the time. Oh, there's a cop, but he's not pulling me over. He's pulling somebody else over. Anyway, maybe he is pulling me over. There's 2 of them. I'm going to have to do the 10 and 2 thing and tell him my window's broken. How many minutes do I have at 27? This is how my days always end. I try to get along, try to talk to people, I try to be nice, and then my anger catches up to me and I can't help myself. So, I hope you're not pulling me over. I don't think so. I hope I'm not live, because this wasn't supposed to be live, because, well, no, God says I'm alright so far. I still don't like doing anything live, because I never know what the hell's going on. I hope nothing bad happens to this cop, because I'm going to have to go get shot myself. If he gets shot, that ain't going to be good. Please don't let nothing happen to this prick, because... fuck it, I need a new car. I'm just going to run something over. Anyway, keep an eye on this. This has always happened. Don't talk to Diablo. Fucking asshole. It don't mean the cops Diablo. It means maybe the driver is. Maybe he's got a gun, this, that, and it's a long story. He says he ain't gonna do shit, and then things happen. And what did that fucking do? You trust me? Yeah, anyway, so. And you don't have many friends, so we paint in the sky. It's a crazy story, ain't it? I got a million of them. Find Thomas Sowell. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I'm telling you how I vote. I'm a conservative. That's all. Politically, I'm a conservative. I like to sing. I like Louis Armstrong. I like Ray Charles. I like gospel. I like country. Am I worth a buck? I think so. Mary says I am. Maybe in public. Maybe in person. I don't know. God wants me to bring him to the whole world. And I said the whole world ain't worth it, because that's what pisses me off. I saw a statistic that only 54% of the world believe in God. That makes me so angry, because when I feel that Holy Ghost, I want to bring it to so many people. And God said, well, you can do that if you sing and dance and act like a moron. I said, yeah, but they're still not going to believe me, because even when I tell them in person, it's a long story. They tell me you're not going to look up God, but I get angry, man. I run hot and cold. I get emotional. I sing songs and I look at the psychology. And, God works in mysterious ways. I just happen to be one of them. My angel, hell no. My devil, nah. Just a man. Man who never had a complete plan. One of these days, I'll figure it out. Till I do, feel free to check out my videos. Usually I do 1 minute at a time. It's just a quick story of who I might have run into. I soften stuff up. Sometimes I feel spirits and things, and I don't talk about it because, well, it gets personal. I don't like it. I don't want to. So many people that do that already, and I believe so many are frauds too. So they're not all fake though. They're not all frauds. It's very scary. I found that as a young man, first thing in the Marine Corps. That's a long story. The shit out of a palm reader, but you don't believe that story either. So that story goes to another story, which leads to this story, which goes to that story, which goes to this story, which will spin around and lead to this story, and it'll bring it back to that story. And that's why I got the three guys in my head running around, because they all got to put this into context. And then somewhere in between, we're going to mention the Bible, we're going to mention psychology, we're going to mention today's sports page or whatever, history, news, whatever, and then we're going to bring it around to this guy did this and a video over here, and then we're going to bring it all around, then we're going to toss it back together, bring it all back to one, and we'll come to a point. And people look at me and say, how the hell did you do that? And I said, I have no clue, but do you remember what I said? Because I have no idea, but I'll try to shrink that down to 10 minutes. And that's what I do. Anyway, do I entertain you? If I do, one day I'm going to get monetized. But then I need a tax. Actually, no, I got a great tax guy. I remembered Santos. He knows how to do taxes. So, I don't even know what town I'm in. I can't see. Turn around on the highway. God wanted to take a ride. After we walked the dog, we were out singing and dancing. Yeah. Thought somebody called the cops there too, because my brain ain't. Like I said, don't look me in the eye and lie to me about something that I have done many, many, many times before. Bought a loaf of bread from a place and talked to the one person may have been there for so many years, but I don't know if their brother, son, father, whatever. The other guy's been there longer. I've been talking to him my whole life. I explained to him part of my insanity is I go feed the birds and they talk to me and I talk to them. He said, that's hilarious. I kind of do that too. And we laughed and joked about different crazy shit. Childhood. That's what I'm just a guy that annoys people, that's all. If I make you laugh and make your day a little better, that's my job. That's all I want to do. That's it. God bless you, world. 33 minutes. I didn't want to do this on. This was supposed to be a 1 minute video. I could have shrunk it down to one, but nobody ever gets this far either. You go back to the very beginning. My life's a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Would I do it all over again? Yeah. Why? My wife. Why my wife? My kids. We had a discussion. She pissed me off. When I called her out on it, she said she never said it. Yes, you did. And I described the whole. I remember the craziest shit, and then I can't remember other things. I can't even remember who the hell. There's certain things and discussions I remember every word. I said, this is what I know. And I said, that's exactly what you said. This is what you meant. And I talked about it. We had an argument, which was actually a good thing because it's a long story. It's complicated. But anyway, I was doing something. And, I said, no, I don't want to do it again. It's a long story. It's got loopholes. I figured out a way I can let my wife go out and let the children never having ever met me. That's not what you want. Things change so quick. So I don't make any predictions. What I see today can change tomorrow. What I see tomorrow, can change into today. Stupid, huh? 6:36. It's really 6:26. My clock is 10 minutes fast. Doesn't matter. Can't save the world in 10 minutes. No matter how hard you try. Anyway, God bless your world. Find Thomas Sowell. Vote conservative. Stop the insanity, please. Find your 10 commandments. At least open a book. I don't care which power you find, but understand we are not what they're telling you, what the mainstream media is pushing. Please wake up to this insanity. Full-term abortion. Sorry, that's satanic. Absolutely satanic. Even the devil's mad at that one. For different reasons. God's mad because you're taking great people. The devil's mad because you're taking very evil people. You're pissing them both off at the same time. I try to warn you. We head down this path. 400 million people. 400 million. That number changes all the time, too. Give or take 100 million. It is what it is. It's collateral damage. How crazy do you want to be? How crazy is it going to get? It's all collateral damage. Like I said, nobody listens to me. I already tried to nuke y'all. That's why I don't give a fuck. Nobody listens after 10 minutes. Nobody cares for free. I find that hilarious. Maybe. Nah. It's a bad word. Yeah. Right now, nah. Everything changes. 5-year plan. It's a long story. It's not a good one. You won't like it. We actually went under it. A little bit. I was singing and dancing. It's a long story. Nobody believes it anyway. Like I said, world, my name's Sean McGough. I'm gonna bring you God for free and nobody gives a flying F. I find that to be the funniest damn joke in the history of all mankind. I gave away my life. I sold my soul. Well, I tried to give it away. I tried to sell it. That's a long story. Fucking asshole. You know? Finally, yeah, I did. That's a long story, too. Anyway. Some things nobody's ever done. I asked God to do one thing years ago. Please make me an original. Had I only known. I just never listened. Not the right way. Most of us don't. It's a damn shame. But hey, you do you, boo. We'll go out with a bang. That's not funny. Well, it's a little. Anyway. Nothing I said here is bad. I remember everything I said. Usually I don't, and I'm at 41 minutes. All day long I try to bring up spirits, and then I feel people's spirits. I feel their energy. That's what the guy at the antique store. We were joking, and he did what everybody does when I joke and laugh with them. Well, not everybody, but some people. He said I reminded him of somebody he knew. And then when we were joking, and I had him crying. He was laughing so hard. And he couldn't, no matter how many hard I tried to sell him, he said he wouldn't come see me on the stage. And I was selling him so hard. And I could not believe, I had one of the state troopers, same way. I made everyone else laugh, but this one young kid, I said, I'd love to, he thought I was messing with him. I said, no, honestly, I'd love to pick your brain, see what makes you laugh. And you're the person I really want to see how you tick. I run my life like a psychological expert. That's how I do my therapy. I tell jokes, I laugh. Mary said you can make money doing it and do it in person. People don't listen, they don't listen, but maybe somebody gives you a tip and it makes you happy doing it, you make a little money. I said, hey, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. And then that's why I went to the grain store to see if I could keep it PG and not be stupid. And I did. Kept it G. That's what pissed me off. I busted my ass not to swear. Busted my ass to stay calm. Busted my ass to stay at a 1. And then I sang for chickens and almost got arrested. For some shit. You amazed how often shit like that happens to me. It's still funny. Imagine getting arrested for singing the chickens, because I would sue you, because then I'd tell them God told me to sing for those chickens. They could watch thousands of videos that I've made. I talk to God, you son of a bitch, and I'm calling the ACLJ. Then I'm calling every First Amendment lawyer I can find, and the lawyer who fought for that professor who won $10 million from the university that said he couldn't say that he had to agree with transgender ideology even though he's a Catholic professor, and it goes against the Lord, and he won $10 million. I'm suing everybody. I have a right to be in my car and worship God any damn way. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not speeding. I'm not out of my lane. I'm singing. And whether I'm singing loud, if you're singing too loud, my wife yells at me all the time. I'm kind of going deaf, so go ahead and yell at me for that. I just don't always know. I get excited and I don't realize how loud I'm getting. God's stupid that way. No, don't say that. I'm sorry. Long story. Makes me happy. Did I mention that? It takes so much energy. Being angry is so easy. Nobody gives a flying F about you. You don't have to care about them. That comes from the devil, that anger. You can stay that angry, you don't give a shit. They lose your empathy. Burn it all. Oh yeah, that's not nice. Oh, Billy, I don't know. Anyway. With the right ball, yeah. Nah, my brain just blew up. Now I want to sing Billy Idol. Yeah, I love Billy Idol. I'm Adam Sandler on the plane. You don't talk to Billy Idol that way. Oh! I remember I was doing, somebody made fun of me because I was singing, what the hell's it called? To dream the impossible dream. And I told the lady I would work on opera because I couldn't think of any opera, and I was going to sing it for her down on, what the hell you call it there, in the Faneuil Hall. I was singing and dancing and joking around with people, and the lady said, all she knows is opera. That's all she listens to is opera. I said, she was an older woman. I said, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Nope. Opera. And I couldn't think of any opera. And then I know the Hallelujah song, and I sing that like opera because my mother liked opera, and she used to pretend she was in the opera. Oh, it was so embarrassing. I love it. She was great. Anyway, long story. I've been working on that song. But I wanted to do the Hallelujah song, but then I tried it, and people were like, it's from Shrek, man. They just go like, keep your church to yourself. I almost threw a kid through the window, and then I get angry, and God said, don't do that, that's not nice. I said, yeah, but it'd be so much fun. Jesus, those windows don't break anymore. I said, yeah, you're right, never mind. Anyway, that's how I roll these days. Got to go through a few processes before I get to where I'm supposed to be. It happens real quick, though, these days. It didn't used to happen that quick. Always leads to bad shit. Critical thinking. You gotta think that all the ways are. Ooh. And what the hell was I saying here? Oh, yeah, so I was gonna go out on the street, and the guy says, he basically said with me, you know, you're pretty good in person. Why don't you do this? I still don't understand that. How am I not? Yeah, I get it, but I don't get it, and then. It's a long story. I don't know how to work it. It don't matter. I'll try again in 4 years or so. 4 years, 10 months, 20s, 13. Never mind. Anyway. God bless you. We'll find Thomas Sowell. Stop your insanity. If anybody tells you a man's ever been pregnant, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm sorry. Or will ever be pregnant, or that a man is going to be a woman and a woman can be a man. I'm sorry. You're fucking insane. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you're the person. All right? I will try to respect whatever the fuck you want to be called if you're trying to pull it off for real. If you got a beard, go fuck yourself. Unless you have one of the diseases, then that's different. I made that mistake. I thought it was a trans. It was a woman. She had a beard. I said, you made a fortune years ago in the circus. Thank God she thought that was funny because it just popped out of my mouth. And I went, oh my God. I said, but your hair is purple, so you would have fit in great. She thought that was great. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get it on video. But she said, no, that would have been funny. And I said, oh, thank you for not shooting me. That's things that happen, and I don't want to get that on video live or anything because that's not nice. And what if the person doesn't want somebody to say that shit about them? That would be nice, right? And then if I do that on stage and they go home and everybody makes fun of them because I called them out, it was a complete dick. I'd feel bad. I know heckling's part of the gig, but I like how Jimmy Carr does it, but I don't want to use the words he uses. And the best handling of heckling is swearing back at them. I don't know. I can be a little ruthless. I can be a lot ruthless. Anyway. I made a preliminary video. You're gonna get through 49 minutes. I'm doing that for Woody. Did he get this far? I doubt it. He probably didn't get through 5 minutes. He's such a dick. He knows I talk to God. I've done things in front of him. He was there for the casino trick. He watched me do it more than a few times. It's hilarious. And then a Chinese lady did it to me the other night. I got off my machine that I was winning because she acted just like I was acting when I do the trick. And she got up and she didn't speak any English. She reminded me of Taima, and she grabbed my arm and she pulled on me, and she was this little Asian lady, and she yanked me and made me sit at the machine across from her, and I put in $20, and I got to the last one. I said, oh, that's funny, but I lost, and then I hit it, and I went home with $800. I gave my wife $600, and no, what did I give her? $500. I don't know. I made $1,400, but then I acted like I actually had money, and I only went with $200, and then I acted like I actually had money, so I started playing stupid and talking with people and had the best time, and the waitresses were awesome, and well, no, they was tucked for the most part. Well, no, part of it was good. Well, they gotta do a better. Anyway, it was funny. They were all great, though. Did I mention? Then I told jokes and everybody laughed. It was a fun time. Where the hell was I going with this? Yeah. Anyway, fucking Thomas Sowell. I don't want to use God to be funny. I think I'm kind of funny without him. Well, with him. I guess he's always there, sort of. I tell him to screw, but he don't listen. Well, yes and no. It's a funny story. Nobody listens. Anyway, God bless your world. Like I said, my name's Sean McGough. I threw my life away for you. Does anybody give a shit? I don't think so. I don't think anybody will get this far. It's 51 minutes of gibberish. You listen to all these other comedians tell you all this other crap, and they're funnier than me. I know. They've been around a lot longer. They do a lot of shit. Ain't none of them sold their soul to the devil to try to save all you mother effers. Huh? More than once. No, I don't think they did. Ain't none of you sold their soul. Gave them their soul to save him. Well, actually, that was the same Mary. He had a lot to do with it because she was a person. It's a lot of gibberish. It's a long story, but anyway, I worked it out. Did I mention that? Oh, yeah, they can blow up the whole planet. All four of them can take off and start fresh on another planet. It ain't gonna be us, though. I mean, I don't know what the fuck we'll be. Maybe we'll be humans again. Maybe that's how all that shit works on Ancient Aliens. I can't tell you. But now that I think about it, there's probably been other assholes like me here before who said, you know what? It's about time you just said, fuck it. Oh, holy hell. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, man. Noah, you son of a bitch. Why do you think Noah built that fucking ark? Wow. I gotta go. It's late, and me and the dog, you gotta take a little drive with God and sing a little Alan Jackson. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How precious was Yeah, the rest costs you some money. You know what? I don't do anything for free anymore. It's at least worth $1. I think. What do you think? I think I'm not that bad. Don't talk a little rich. Amazing grace. We put everybody in there. We're gonna make it all in one song. It's up to you. I don't know how I'm gonna go. My brain just blew up, and I'm ready to go perform. But I don't know. Who am I gonna talk to? I'm out on the road here, talking to nobody. And the cop, you don't want to talk to me. He gave me a wave, and I said, I'm good. And I gave him a hang loose, and he says, okay, and he drove away. But anyway. My name's Sean McGough. I talk to God, I talk to the Diablo. I don't want to give you no mirror because I'm not that guy. There's a million people out there that do the same thing I do. All I'm telling you is find your higher power, find God, find the truth, open your eyes. Please. Check out Dr. Thomas Sowell. It's all I can ask you. Please. Are you going to agree with everything the man says? No. But you'll find some common sense and wisdom. The man's been around almost 100 years. He's lived the life. Check out his autobiography. Do yourselves a favor. You got a chance. Please, that's all I pray for. I did try to nuke you. I'm sorry. Still trying. Not as much anymore. Mary says, let back off. I said, all right. I work funny that way. I keep quitting, but they keep dragging me back in. How you gonna say no to her? She keeps coming to me. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be, let it be. Actually, I do it much better. It's a long story. God bless you, world. I've done everything I can do. Threw my life away. Did I throw it away? Nah. I found God. He found me. We're good. Found Diablo, too. He's all right. Don't go find Diablo. He ain't all right. Sorry. It's a long story. Nah, it's not a long story. He tells me some evil, nasty, gross, disgusting shit that if you ever see, you're going to put your... I tell the cops who give me a hard time all the time. What's your problem? I said, if you knew my problems, you'd put that gun in your mouth and shoot yourself twice, you prick. They don't like that. So I'm just telling you. You really want me to describe it to you? Because I can, and really address the details. Look into my eyes, and I'll make you feel it. I did that to somebody once, and they actually did, because I've been studying psychology and hypnotism and all kinds of shit. It's very dangerous. Don't do it. Well, you can do it. It's fun. But then again, it's kind of scary. When you get somebody, ooh. I'm still trying to turn somebody into a chicken. That'd be hilarious. See them drive down the street as a chicken. I gotta honk my horn like 4 times and they'll wake up. Yeah. I know. Never mind. Don't do that. It's not funny. Anyway, what was I saying? Holy shit. I've been talking an hour. Oh, I'm way early for work. I don't know what town I'm in. That's what happens. I'm talking with God and everybody. You'll lose track of time. What do you think? I don't get to a point, but I got to a point. At the end. In the beginning. In the end. I'll get to the point right at the beginning. I'll put it in the title. Find Dr. Thomas Sowell. To find your soul. America. That's why I put it on the back of my car. My wife got pissed. What are you writing with that on the car? I said, I'm trying to save the fucking world. Will you leave me alone? What the hell's wrong with you? She said, yeah, but the neighbors. Neighbors. Trying to save the world. But the neighbors. Oh, my wife, I love her. Oh, God. Anyway, she's the best. Anyway, where the hell was I going here? Find Thomas Sowell, save the world, save your soul, America. If you don't, man, God rest rest your souls. All right? God bless. Love you all. Maybe I do, maybe I don't.